Just hide. We'll cover you.
You have to
In the
to
beginning,
know about this amazing lost city of the Incas. Why it exists? What was the function? What happened with the Incas from Machu Picchu? Why is Machu Picchu, for example, why was not discovered that city? What happened with them? According to the study, the Peabody Museum site and the Smithsonian Institution from America, Americans studied for a long time at this place, long time, from 1911 until 1920s, 1925s, because Americans discovered this place accidentally. Thank you was shown by looters, gold diggers, hunters showed Machu Picchu for American team. Professor Haram Bingham team, they came from America, burial expedition to Cusco. From Cusco, they went to the Amazon, searching in between mountains the lost city of the Incas. They think it was exist. Yes, it was exist. Up to now, not yet discovered. Up to now, still beautiful Inca remains in the Amazon, still covered by jungle, because no way, no path, no roads to go there. It's so dangerous. A lot of spiders, a lot of tarantulas, snakes, ticks. Wow, it's very dangerous to explore in the Amazon. Americans exploring accidentally in this deep canyon, this deep valley in the ancient time, right? That's the reason Machu Picchu is discovered completely covered by vegetation and jungle. Was completely into the Amazon, my friends. Wow. So that means conquerors for 1535 are never discovered. Spaniards are never arriving here, never touched conquerors about, not to Machu Picchu, never. What could be happening? Let's go now according to what's excavated and studied. In 1492, who discovered the South America in 1492? Was Christopher Columbus. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Before conquerors, you know, in 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered South America, just to the coast by Ocean Pacific. In the coast from Peru, from here is like 120 miles. But never Christopher Columbus arrived into Machu Picchu. Never. Never to Cusco. No. Only from the coast. Because in 1492, the Inca Empire was divided in 4 regions, in 4 states. Coast was other state. North, like north from Peru, including Quito, Ecuador, little Colombia, was other state. South, Bolivian, Argentinian, Chilean was other state. Now we are in the middle. Cusco and Machu Picchu, other state. Okay? So according to the history of the Incas worship, the gods, many gods. God of the water, God of the wind, God of the sun, of the moon, God of the mountains, God of the ocean, God of the lagoons, aliens, extraterrestrials, spirits. Yes, Incas, they know many gods. And also, according to the Bible, before the Jesus or after the Jesus exist preachers, according to the Bible. Yes, big guys with the long hair, with a mustache, blue eyes, could be visit. According to the Bible never explained anybody could be here in South America, anybody could be Central America, in North America, and Canada. Only is in other continental, in Egypt. No, only in Italy, Europe. What about South American? Yes, they was being here as well. Saints before, with a mustache, with the long hair, blue eyes. Saints, they came to visit in the Inca times, but not to destroy it. No, just to teach it about the God as well. And Incas, they confused. Wow, this guy so look beautiful. Look like a sun.
Yeah.
Look at the eye like a, no, like blue eyes like the sun father. So Incas, they give you welcome probably according to the history of America, which they discovered in between 12 and 1300s. Before conquistadors arriving, no, science could have been exploring in the Sacred Valley in Cusco. And also we have rocks where the Incas carved the faces of that people. Did you see maybe on Ollantaytambo in the mountainside? There is a human faces with a mustache, with a crown on the top. There are signs. And that signs, no, they promise to return any time they want to. Once Christopher Columbus arrived into the coast, Incas, they confused. Wow, the return of the gods, the return of the signs. Similarly, with the mustache, with long hair. Christopher Columbus team, they arrived in by three ships. Santa Maria,
La Niña.
Pinta, thank you. Those guys, they look like a signs in the coast of the Inca Empire, in between Lima, Trujillo. Yes, but in the Ocean Pacific. And Incas, they give you welcome. Festival, dancing, drinkings, barbecue, alpaca barbecue, guinea pig, royal food, my friends, drinking, dancing, beautiful festival. A good Christopher Columbus never came to destroy it, not. Just discovered. And he commented, wow, I discovered the rich empire. One of the richest empire, gold empire with a lot of silver and gold. Yes. And then the festival could be like a couple months, 3 months. After that, the Incas, they provide souvenirs, gold and silver. According to this date, 1492, where was the Inca rulers? Here, the number 12 Inca king, and named Inca Tupac Yupanqui. He was been here in Machu Picchu in 1482. So once the expedition from Christopher Columbus, they abandoned the Inca Empire, they go back to Europe, and Inca say, bye, please return. Okay. Because they considered the gods of the ocean. Christopher Columbus was the god of the sea. That teams, yes.
Wow.
And then runners and messengers named Chasquis, they starting from the coast, running to Machu Picchu to reporting about the visit to the gods. Wow, they came for the souvenirs. They brought blankets of the Christopher Columbus. They brought some weapons. But, you know, in Inca times, the communication system was in team. Maybe they started running 25 or 30 runners from the coast to Machu Picchu to reporting about the visitors of the gods of the ocean. So once arriving the runners, messengers to Machu Picchu, you know what happened? You know what happened with the runners in 1482? They brought mortal diseases, smallpox, measles, yellow fever. Some runners no survived. Some runners they died along the way. Only survivors arrived really sick here, and immediately past the mortal diseases expanded in Machu Picchu. The Inca ruler number 12 Inca king, he getting sick. He escaped to the North Inca Empire, to the other state, to Quito, Ecuador. The rest escaped for different states because the population from Machu Picchu, they are not from here. They came to work from the 4 states here. Other ones go back to Cusco, other ones to Ecuador, other ones to the Bolivian, Chilean, other ones to the coast. So Machu Picchu is starting to abandon it, slowly down like in a dream. In secret, Machu Picchu started abandoning it from 1492 until 1500, according to carbon dating, where Americans studied in Machu Picchu. Because they discovered mummies. They discovered 172 mummies. Mummies, which is they died. Incas, which they died in between 1492, 1495, 1500s, with a mortal disease. They brought also others mummies before for 1300s, for 1400s. They studied in Peabody Museum site. Mr. George Eaton, he studied. They studied the blood of the Inca and they discovered the mortal diseases from Europe. And they say, who could have visited Machu Picchu? Oh my God, we discovered smallpox, we discovered measles, we discovered yellow fever. Oh, who discovered in 1482 South America? Inca Empire was Christopher Columbus. This was the reason my champion team, Machu Picchu, is abandoned in secret, not like in a dream, and never coming back. Well, according to indigenous, according to the Inca descendants, they say it, the Incas, they abandoned it completely and never go back anymore. And jungle coming back and cover Machu Picchu, whatever. Once arriving the other expedition, Francisco Pizarro team this was in 1532. Machu Picchu no more exist. No more, only Cusco was exist. Yes, and the Sacred Valley in the north, other constructions in the south and the coast, Machu Picchu no anymore. So according to the indigenous, the last Inca survivors, what could have been thinking the Incas once arriving the mortal diseases to Machu Picchu? They say it, wow, Pachamama is angry. The god is angry. They say the Inti Taita, the moon, the mother is angry. They thinking maybe the god is punished. They thinking maybe something mistake happened here. They thinking about that. And never they say this is Christopher Columbus disease. Right. No. They say it's a disease coming from the gods. This is what the reason according the Peabody Museum study, professionals team study in Machu Picchu. So Americans, they discovered so many remains in Machu Picchu. Yes, almost completely was all the things in Machu Picchu. The gold, the looters, the gold ditchers, hunters, they discovered Machu Picchu, before Spanish arriving. Yes, before Spaniards, they was being here gold ditchers. After Spaniards also was still here hunters, but never show it, to Peruvian leaders or to Peruvian president. Just keep it in secret for a long time. Americans in 1911 searching the mountains, looking the lost city of the Incas in between these dangerous mountains, in between these deep valleys. And then accidentally they meeting in the bottom of the valley with the hunters, with the looters, with the gold ditchers. And then Americans ask it, oh, where are you from? It's a meeting with the wild indigenous. And indigenous, they say, where are you from? We are Americanos. Oh, really? You're Americanos. Oh, And then Americans ask it, do you know any city of the Inca, this place? Yes, we know out there in the mountains. Yeah, it's a beautiful Incas archaeological site. And it's showing by accidentally put into the jungle. So dangerous was. In Inca, that was completely covered by vegetation, totally in vegetation, my friend. That's the reason Machu Picchu once is discovered by Americans.
Machu Picchu over here.
Professor hadn't been immediately, he announced it, immediately he reported to America for Mr. William Taft. William Taft is one of the presidents 100 years ago from America. He helped with the economic system to clear Machu Picchu. Yes, as well Peruvian government helped a little bit. I just give you lessons. Just permit to clear Machu Picchu. And then all the Peruvian leaders, like the mayor from Cusco, the mayor from Sacred Valley, Urubamba, they came here with slaves to pick up, to collect the Inca remains, gold and silver. And Americans also excavate. They say, please don't destroy, don't pick up this one. So it's like in a competition, what people's, stolen, pick up things from Machu Picchu, my friends. And Americans just collected that thing which I don't like the Peruvians. So the rest, Peruvians people never report and never preserve it. From 1911, in between 1915, for example, the mayor from Cusco, Mr. Mariano, he coming back first time and then also coming back in the second time by mules, by slaves, the stolen things in Machu Picchu. In the second round expedition, the mayor from Cusco, Mr. Mariano, accidentally he fell down in the river bridge and he died down there. It was so ambitious. The other ones, they took so many things, but Americans still collected which is Peruvians don't like it, stops. Now, coming back. Obama, he give you back in 2014. We have a beautiful remains from Machu Picchu, which is Americans, they preserve it in United States. Now we have a museum in Cusco City.
Nice.
So Americans preserve it. Thank you for Mr. William Toth. Thank you for preparing museum site. Thank you for Smithsonian Institution. Thank you for Yale University. They preserve it and study the history about Machu Picchu in America, not Peruvian. No Peruvian government, no Peruvian leader never study about Machu Picchu. Thank you for Americans. We have history about Machu Picchu. Thank you for Americans open the road. William Toth, he ordered to open road. No? And then later Peruvian government ordered to build a railway to Quillabamba. Quillabamba is another province from Cusco, which has produced a lot of coffee, chocolates, tea, coffee. No? Now it's for transporting the tourists. So Americans have this idea in the future has to having a lot of tourists. So that's the reason, guys. Welcome to this new 7 wonders in the world. Machu Picchu now is one of the new 7 wonders in the world in South America. Did you know, guys? No. The 7 wonders of the world are the Taj Mahal, India. Yes. Have you been there anywhere else?
No.
Okay, maybe next time. The Colosseum of Roma, Italy. Anywhere else? Yeah. Wow. This is the second with Machu Picchu. Cool. No. The other one, Chichen Itza, in la peninsula de Yucatan, Mexico. Wow, Mexico also. Have you been there, guys? Yes, here we have also a couple from Mexico, my friend. They also the 7 wonders in the world. Yes, yes, no. And also we have Machu Picchu from Cusco, Peru. Welcome, you guys, in the new wonders in the land. Thank you for your visit.
Thank you.
Right?
Anytime.
Yes, this is the number 5 is Christ of the Redeemer of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Oh, I've been there.
Yes. Petra, Jordania. Great Wall of China.
Not yet.
So this
Soon
is
to
the
come.
new famous ones on the wall, which is was posted. There are candidates more than 200 marvelous from the world. In between the 200, only selected 7. Machu Picchu was voting with all the world entire 1 million in 2007. Started Machu Picchu, the new 7 wonders in the world. So that's the reason now. And your future coming back again, you are coming back directly to Cusco, not anymore to Lima, because they are almost ready our international airport. It's going to be working for 2025, my friends.
That'll be
Awesome.
much better.
This was the nice history about American study and Machu Picchu, all right? So now let's explore a little bit slowly, yes, despacio, walking inside, okay?
Okay. Well, here's Machu Picchu. Right now it's like 8 p.m., 8 a.m. in the morning. And the missus. Go, Ruben.